Institution Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Climate. Rainfall is defined as a release of excess condensed water vapor in the atmosphere into the earth. Rainfall is the most important form of precipitation. On maps, lines used to join places have the same average annual rainfall are called isohyets. Other forms of precipitation include snow, hail, dew, fog, frost, mist. Snow is formed when water vapor condenses in the atmosphere at temperature below freezing point. Hail is formed when condensed water droplets at great vertical heights and usually associated with thunderstorms. Dew is formed when condensation takes place on the ground, buildings, or on top of leaves. Fog is formed when condensation takes place near the ground or over the sea. Mist is formed when, just like fog, is formed. This is when condensation takes place near the ground, where it occurs as tiny droplets that are not as thick as fog. Frost forms as a result from the direct condensation of water droplets into ice crystals when the temperature is below freezing point. Types of rainfall. 1. Convectional rainfall. This occurs commonly in the tropics and temperature regions during summer. It occurs always torrential or heavy, accompanied by lightning and thunder. Orographic or relief rainfall. This occurs in mountainous or hilly areas. It is formed when moisture-laden air is forced to ascend a mountain barrier. This rain only forms or takes place on the windward side of a mountain, while the other side, leeward side, experiences little or no rainfall at all. 3. Cyclonic or frontal rainfall. This rain is formed when warm moist air comes into contact with cooler and drier air. This happens over an area of low atmospheric pressure in which the warm moist air is forced to rise above the cold dry air. Temperature. Temperature is defined as the degree of hotness or coldness of a place. It varies from place to place. Factors affecting temperature include 1. The latitude. 2. Distance from the sea. 3. Altitude. 4. Prevailing winds. 5. Length of day, and 6. Ocean currents. Effect of altitude on temperature. Altitude refers to the height of any point above the sea level. Its effect helps to explain the geographical slogan that the higher you go skywards, the cooler the temperature becomes. Temperature inversion is defined as the increase in temperature with increasing altitude. It is the opposite of lapse rate. It is not in all cases that temperature decreases with increasing altitude. Temperature could be lower at sea level, especially in valleys almost enclosed by mountains. Winds. Winds is defined as air in motion, and it has speed and direction. Factors affecting wind. Factors affecting wind. 1. Rotation of the earth. Owing to rotation of the earth, winds are deflected to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. 2. Temperature. It is also known that high temperature creates low pressure in areas where such temperature occurs. 3. Pressure. Owing to differences in the rate of temperature in various areas, which either create high pressure belts or low pressure belts, it is known that winds therefore tend to blow from the high pressure belt to the low pressure belt. Types of local winds include 1. The foehn wind or Chinook wind. Both winds are dry winds associated with leeward side of mountains. Fohn wind is experienced in the valleys of northern Alps in Switzerland in spring. Chinook winds are experienced on the eastern slopes of the Rockies in USA and Canada in winter. 2. Sirocco. Sirocco is a warm, dry and dusty wind. It is associated with the Mediterranean regions of North Africa, especially in summer season. 3. Mistral. Mistral is a cold wind from the north and blows from the Rhine Valley towards the Mediterranean region. 4. Typhoons. Typhoons occur mainly in regions between 6 degrees and 20 degrees north and south of the equator and are very frequent from July to October. Example in the tropics such as in China. 5. Hurricanes. Hurricanes are found in the West Indian Islands in the Caribbean. They have calm and rainless centers where the pressure is lowest. 6. Tornadoes. Tornadoes are found in Guinea lands of West Africa and the southern USA where they are called whirlwind. 7. The cyclones. The cyclones are called depressions and are confined to temperate latitudes. They vary from 240 to 3,200 kilometers in diameter. 8. Anticyclones. These are the opposite of cyclones with high pressure in the center and blow outwards. 9. Harmattan winds. They are strong, dry, cold and dusty winds that occur mainly in West Africa. 10. Land and sea breeze. These are local winds which blow alternately between land and sea on a daily basis. Breeze is changed between the land and the sea is attributed to differential heating of land and sea. Pressure belts. There are 4 world pressure belts. But first of all, pressure is defined as a force exerted on Earth's surface and other objects by air because air has weight. Factors affecting pressure include 1. Altitude, 2. Temperature, 3. Wind, 4. Rotation of the Earth. The 4 world pressure belts are 1. Doldrum or equatorial low pressure belt. This belt is found around the equator between 5 degrees north and south of the equator. Owing to intense heat, the pressure is low and all winds blow to converge in this belt. 2. Horse latitudes or subtropical high pressure belt. This is found in latitudes 20 degrees to 30 degrees north and south of the equator. 3. Temperate low or mid-latitude low pressure belt. This pressure belt is found between 30 degrees and 60 degrees north and south of the equator. 4. Polar high pressure belts. These are found around the polar regions and planetary winds shift with seasons. Relative humidity. This is defined as a measure of the dampness of the atmosphere due to the presence of water vapor in the air. The actual amount of water vapor present in the air is called absolute humidity. Relative humidity, therefore, is a ratio between the actual amount of water vapor and the total amount the air can hold at a given temperature. It is expressed as a percentage. The cloud cover. Clouds are tiny droplets of water vapor suspended and floating in the air. Their forms, shapes, heights, and movements indicate the sky and weather conditions of a particular place. On maps, places with an equal degree of cloudiness are joined by lines known as isomorphs. Measurement of cloud. The amount of cloud in the atmosphere is measured by octaves. There are 4 major types of clouds based on form, height, and appearance. 1. High clouds. There are 3 subtypes of high clouds, which are the cirrus, the cirrocumulus, and the cirrostratus. The cirrus is made up of small ice crystals. The cirrocumulus, made up of ice crystals, looks like ripples in a mackerel sky, forming thin cloud. 3. The cirrostratus. This looks like a thin white milky cloud which is transparent and gives the sun and moon halos. The second type of cloud is the middle cloud. There are 2 subtypes of this cloud. 1. The altocumulus. This is woolly, bumpy clouds arranged in layers which appears like waves in the blue sky. 2. Altostratus. This is denser, grayish cloud with a watery look. The third type of cloud is the low cloud. There are three subtypes of clouds of this nature. 1. Stratocumulus. This is rough, bumpy, with more pronounced wave than altocumulus. 2. Stratus. This is low cloud, uniformly gray and thick stratus, can reduce visibility of aircraft. 3. Nimbostratus. This is a dark dull cloud, clearly layered. It is also called rain cloud. 4. Clouds of great vertical extent. There are two subtypes of this, and the height varies from 6,000 to 9,000 meters. It is subdivided into cumulus. Cumulus is a vertical cloud with rounded top and horizontal base, typical of humid and cool dry season. 2. Extremes of temperature, which varies from 21 degrees to 32 degrees centigrade. 3. The annual temperature range is about 11 degrees centigrade. 4. High monthly temperature of about 27 degrees centigrade. 5. Annual rainfall is about 600 to 1,500 millimeters. 6. Rainfall is seasonal, mainly in summer. 7. Rainfall is mainly conventional with single maximum. The diagram here explains the types of clouds. This is also a diagram to show the various types of clouds and its formation. For example, the cirrostratus, the altocumulus, the altostratus. This diagram here helps to give a little more understanding. Sunshine. Sunshine is the amount of heat and the period the sun rays are received at a place. On maps, places of equal sunshine are joined by lines called isohels. Sunshine duration is measured by sundial. The number of hours and minutes of sunshine that a place receives each day is measured by sunshine recorder or light meter.